Hi, my name is Akhilesh and I welcome you all to the Tech Short Show. Today we have Mr. Lalit Sharma to talk on automation. Lalit is Head Emerging Technology and Innovation at Yamaha Motor Solutions, a part of Yamaha's global new venture team which drives new technology initiatives of the company. Sharma's team provides software development and deep learning algorithms to the project from its Noida, India-based office. The team works on long-term and short-term projects on automation. Welcome to the show, Lalit.
Hi Akhilesh, thank you for the warm welcome.
So, Lalit, tell us more about the global new venture team at Yamaha.
So my name is Lalit Sharma, and I am responsible for Emerging Technologies and Innovation Center at Yamaha Motor Solutions India. Yamaha Motor Solution is a global capability center for Yamaha Motors Global, and at Emerging Technologies and Innovation, we support Yamaha New Venture and Business Development Team. New Venture Team's mission is to work towards development of new products in next couple of years. The New Venture Team focus to build existing market and explore new horizons as a short-term or a long-term vision. So existing market is basically when we are trying to just do an enhancement to current existing projects or to do the automation that already the product that we have. And under the New Horizon team is trying to develop new market such as agriculture, medical care, automated driving. So NBBT, like New Venture Development Team, they are focusing on the growth strategies of advanced robotic, rethinking solution, and transforming mobility. So in combination, they call it as a art. So advanced robotic focuses on the new emerging areas like precision agriculture, forest management, or medicals. So which is contributing to labor saving at various steps of drug discovery and processes. Then we have thinking solutions cover low speed mobility like PPM project and EV projects. And then we have transform mobility. So already existing products that we have in place. So to bring more comfort to the end consumers, the safety and fun riding experience, they are trying to provide under the transforming mobility.
Could you please give more details about the automation projects you guys are working on?
Okay. So the automation projects that we are working on is one of the project is PPM, which is personal mobility, in which it is autonomous vehicle, which can be called through a mobile app. And once you put in your location, it can take you from one location and transfer it to your another location. For example, the vehicle is picking you from your home and it is transferring you to the metro stations, or you are in a park, so it is taking you from one location to another location. In case of golf course, it is taking the golfers from one location to the another point hole and something. So this is completely autonomous. It can be driven through a mobile app. It is on demand. So whenever the vehicle is engaged, it is with you. When it is free, it automatically goes to a parking location, and another user they can just fall in again. So another interesting project is AGV, which is autonomous guided electric vehicle. So this vehicle is planned to be used in the manufacturing plants, in which they automate certain processes. So they take parts from one of the location and dispatch to another location. So in coming years, you will see multiple small robots working around the factory area, automating all the processes or removing the manual tasks which are in hand. So they would be taking output of one process and providing the input to the another process. So we are working on UGV, unmanned guided vehicle. So these vehicles are used in the precision agriculture. So right now we are planning to implement them in the grapevines, wherein these robots would be getting into the field, collecting all the plant related information and segregating each plant as a individual plants. Like each plant would be given a unique ID, and we are going to track the plant history, how much it is bearing the fruit, what pesticiding it is required, how healthy the plant is, and what is the inventory it is carrying for the future. So all this information is stored, and it is automated. And in future, we are planning to have all the to reduce the labor cost inside the fields. Another interesting project that we are working is on the forest management. So forest owners rely on routine inventories in terms of number of trees and their height and other dimension in area. So with the Yamaha unmanned helipad, we have fitted some of the sensors onto it, which is able to capture the geo information of the forest. This includes the location of the tree, their individual structure, quantity and quality of woods, the total height of a tree, the canopy volume, and the diameter of the trunk. Based on this information, we are giving the detailed information of a forest so that the forest owner they can capture the inventory information of their forest.
So these are some of the wonderful initiatives I have heard so far. So tell me the contribution of India office, especially your team, in these projects.
Okay. So majorly, India team is contributing to deep tech. We have a center of excellence for AI and ML, and we are focusing on software application development part and supporting technologies around artificial intelligence, such as face recognition, object detection, depth-based motion tracking. Another areas that we are also working on is augmented and virtual reality, remote process automation, IoT, big data, blockchain. We have a major contribution to smart factory and R&D of new technologies adoption.
Okay. And because considering you have expert in automation, so what would be your advice in terms of uh, small steps a CIO or CDO has to take or consider before starting an automation project inside his company?
Okay, so this depends on which phase of the organization is in automation. So if you are starting, then we have to start with small POCs and capability building. So getting clarity of like whether you want to build this technology inside or whether you want to buy it from outside, and then identifying the maturity of technologies is also very important. So many technologies are available right now in market, but only some of them are very mature to be as it is implemented into our organization. And the major hindrance that I feel is understanding the resistance and adoption of automation at different hierarchy level in an organization is very important. So we are not going to sell the technologies, but the idea is to solve the problems. So the CIO they should be focusing on the solution part of it. What is the advancement a particular process is requiring, whether we want to have a efficiency or whether we have a cost reduction. Those factors depends like what automation needs to bring in. And the final thing that I think is when we are talking about the automation, there are many failures. So we should not like run away from the failures. So we should learn from the failures and accept those failures.
Let's talk something other than automation. So tell me about digital initiative you are taking it Yamaha at the country level.
So, at the country level, we for the past certain years we have been contributing on the automation part, and recently, last year, we have implemented Yamaha Connect X. So, it is a IoT based application connected to our Yamaha bikes, which have capability of having some features like answer back, riding history, e-log, parking record, locate me. So, and then we have another one is a hazard. So these are some of the IoT implementation that we have taken with the iOS and Android app.
Last time you were telling me something about something in app which can figure out the temperature whenever a customer enters in a service station or a dealer's place to buy a bike. So tell me about that also.
Yeah, so we have developed a face recognition and temperature sensing mechanism at the dealership. So whenever the customer arrives at the dealership, so we can scan the temperature and also do a face recognition of it. So once the customer enters to the reception, so our dealer sales representative, he surprises the customer by calling their names and knowing like what exactly their past history is about, how much they have visited, what were their issues, whether they are resolved or not. So we are tracking all the histories and greeting the customer based on like what their past experiences. And apart from this, we are also extensively working on the smart factory. So in the smart factories, we have different projects. So for the automation of the factory, taking all the informations of the sensors from the sensors and digitizing those information onto a centralized dashboard. So on the centralized dashboard, you can now see what is the current OE, like how much efficiently the machines are working. Are there any maintenance, unplanned shutdowns, or what is the like in case if there are any errors on the machines, or there are faulty parts produced from them, you have all the information available onto a centralized portal. So almost we have like hundreds of machines connected to that centralized portal, which can give you a real-time information what is happening inside a plant. And there are another initiative like we are also working on augmented and virtual reality for the training and purpose. We have a digital dashboard. We have a digital showroom concept which we are working on. So in which the customer can directly come onto a virtual space and see all the products which are available with Yamaha, and then they can have that catalogs and the shopping in a virtual mode.
So that is all for today, Lalit. And thanks for your time. It was wonderful conversation, and I hope we will continue such discussions in future as well. And
Thank you, Akhilesh. Thank you
thanks
so much.
once again. Thanks.
Thank you.